The modern zipper is a geometric and manufacturing marvel. It's quite annoying when you get a wrong zipper or a faulty or defective or substandard zipper on a garment or on an item that you otherwise like, that you need to discard or gets dysfunctional on account of a substandard zipper. So in this video I'm going to show you how you can tell a good zipper from a bad one. It's fairly straightforward, some visual clues and things that you can try. So to get the zipper manufactured right, the manufacturer has to get the geometry to microscopic perfection. That means that they need to manufacture the teeth or disengagement blocks to identical uniform sizes with no burrs and no edges and no waste material on it. Now you don't have a microscope with you in the store, but what you can do is test the zipper. Test it at slow speed on opening, test it at slow speed on closing, test it under conditions like imitate that, say a bag is full or is stuffed, and pull the zipper and to see if the geometry of the zipper body and everything, if these clearances underneath and above it are correct. So see if the teeth close flawlessly, like in this case. You know, pull the material vertically or horizontally in or upside down in different geometric configurations to see if it still closes, especially if it's critical that a bag or a coat or whatever garment can be zipped or closed. So just try it in the store, try it fast speed, go slowly, and then check out if it works in all kinds of angles or however you want to kind of force the material in different configurations. Also, if it has a liner, see if it pinches the liner, see if there is a way to pinch the liner and jam it in underneath there, because that's usually going to be a source of major irritation, as well as it's indicating that the zipper is not made to geometric perfection. If there's excess gappage here underneath, it's usually not good. Now, of course, bad zippers misalign the teeth, leave gaps in the closed teeth there, or these blocks that engage, or they break off components. Now, I'm not saying go ahead and break the zipper in the store, but usually the reasons for these is not only geometry but also the manufacturers that they choose the zipper to be made out of. So here is a cheap one that obviously broke. Now you cannot see inside the material to see what kind of metal this is made of, but here are some visual clues that you can see. Let me just focus the camera on close up, and you can see how this one is crudely made with a burr edge along the middle. This one is a casting. Castings are usually weak. They are cheaply made of some leftover metal at the bottom of a metallurgical ladle in the foundry. So this is a cast zipper puller, and these castings are very weak and they break just like that. And at the broken surface here, they are coarsely grained. Let me just see if I can get there. Coarsely grained texture at the broken surfaces, like so. Usually there's lots of impurities and slag and nasty things inside if I were to look at it under a microscope, which I'm not going to, plus you're not carrying one into the store. But you can see this is a casting. Again, it has this coarse edge along it. This one is made differently, possibly stamped or just made better. Doesn't have a coarse edge along the pull. There you can see it's a nice and uniform, smoothly made piece. Another thing that's made with casting is the zipper body, the metal body here, this thing. So the texture of this pull matches the texture of this, and the castings that are made this way, they usually have a gap here where my fingernail is. It's kind of difficult. I'm trying to rotate it in different lights. There you have a tiny gap there. So sometimes when this piece, because it's not melted and not bonded or fused to this part here. So sometimes this gets bent at this point here with excessive pulling and yanking and forcing this way. The castings don't last. They break off hereabouts as soon as they bend a little, and when they bend, that's when they slide off or slip off, and that's how I end up with these pieces here. So this one here is made differently. It's not a casting. It's made out of sheet metal that's crimped in place and folded in place, and there is a release small mechanism underneath this folded piece that holds the pull in place. So this is made differently, made with more effort into it. It's not a cheap casting. So this has been working for me and functioning for years without an issue, whereas this one here lasted. One of these came off, you can see. Two of them failed right away within 5 minutes. So those are some visual clues that you can do in the store to save you some grief later.